What's up, y'all? It's your boy, Seth Grimes. And holy crap, I think I just saw one of the greatest promos I have seen in recent memory. One of the greatest promos of all time, perhaps. That just went down tonight on Monday Night Raw. I don't usually talk about stuff that happens in the ring. I normally do podcasts and YouTube interviews and that kind of thing. But this was a hell of a promo, and I want to talk about it here, and I want to kind of play through it again and talk it over while I do. I believe Raw is still going on as I record this, but this is something that I wanted to jump on, so let's get right into it. Before I do, if you like this at any point in time, hit that subscribe button for me down below, and let's pray to the wrestling gods and the YouTube gods that we don't get pulled down for copyright gimmick schnavits or whatever, okay? Let's go ahead and hop on over to our YouTube. And here we are. We got the promo already queued up. So let's go ahead and hit play on this bad boy. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to talk about it. We're going to pause here and there to avoid any kind of strikey dikes. And we're going to do what we can to tiptoe around this. But man, this is such a great promo. Let's check this out here. What do we got?
Cleveland, Ohio.
Is that too loud for you? Am I blowing out your ears?
CM Punk. Welcome to Monday Night Rollins.
See, Rollins is a little bit in character there, obviously. One of the beautiful things about this, one of the things that makes this one of my favorite promos ever already, is the way that they're able to, this is a perfect example of blurring the line between reality and what's, in a work. This is the beauty of professional wrestling right here, folks. This is what this promo is all about. This is all real. This is 100% real, but it takes place within the confines of a story on television, and thus it's fake. And you can tell where it's spiced up here and there, and where the line for work turns into a shoot, and where a shoot turns into a work. And it's all beautifully weaved together, and it's something Punk has always been really strong about. So, nothing new here for Punk, but this is one of Rollins' strongest promos ever, if not his strongest promo ever. What a performance by Seth Rollins, honest to God. Check out this clip. Check out this clip. Jesus Christ.
I hope you know how incredibly fortunate you are to even be standing in this ring right now. But could you just do me just one little favor, just one thing, please? Don't you dare call this place your home.
Ooh, so that right there is where you saw Rollins switch from his character, Seth Rollins, the eccentric Seth Freakin Rollins, and it turned into Colby. Colby, whatever the fuck his last name is there. Colby, anyway, it doesn't matter. He's being straight up. That was a shoot, brother. He looked dead in Punk's eye. Don't you ever call this place home. That's for real. He stands behind that. CM Punk can't spend 10 years away from the WWE trying to bury the WWE every chance he gets, and everybody in it every chance that he gets, and then be able to walk back in and be like, I'm finally back home. And a guy like Rollins, who's been there the whole time, busting his ass, and frankly not getting the dues, even though he holds that secondary fucking participation trophy title, he still does not get the dues that he deserves, which is why, frankly, when freaking Rollins ends up as a free agent possibly in 2024, I wouldn't be surprised if he does entertain an offer from another brand. And if you know, anyway, let's go ahead and hit play on this bad bitch and continue. That was some real shit. We're about to get real, folks. Punk knows it. Look at those eyes. Colby Lopez. I got it. Fuck off. By the way, fuck all of you fans. All you WWE fans were all the people who were knocking CM Punk when he returned to AEW and calling him a fucking has-been, and I don't see what the big deal was about that guy. He's not setting any records or nothing. And now listen to these bastards, these turncoat fucking Johnny-come-latelys in the crowd, just jumping on the latest bandwagon, chanting for CM Punk, turning on their boy, Seth Rollins, who has been there. That's another fun thing about wrestling, isn't it? Seth Rollins, the guy who has carried WWE on his back for 10 years and not getting the credit that he deserves for it, never getting to be the guy. And here comes CM Punk, and he's not only going to walk right into a main event spot, probably with you, probably for your title, and might even win the fucker off of your waist, but the crowd's cheering him instead of you. Your whole 10 years was fucking pointless. Punk can walk in and just snatch him like that. This is history happening in front of our eyes, folks.
You abandoned this place 10 years ago. Not only did you abandon it, but you actively tried to tear it down. You spent 10 years slandering me, slandering every single person back in that locker room, and then you want to walk back in here and call this place your home? This is not your home. This is my home.
That was beautiful. And look at Rollins' face right now. He's not working. I dropped my pen. Doesn't matter. Here's another one. I got another one. You got to keep a stack of pens just in case you lose them when you're fidgeting with them. Look how fucking serious Rollins is right now. That is Colby Lopez, folks. That is a man with hatred in his soul. I did a clip for the Pro Wrestling podcast where Rollins with Sports Illustrated said that he wouldn't go as far as to say hate. Now, he does say hate in this promo. That could be a work, but there's some fucking serious animosity between these two men, and it's spilling out before our eyes. You can't script this, folks. This could be a bullet-pointed thing, or this could all be pre-approved lines, but Jesus Christ, these are the real words of these men. And call me a mark if you want, but this is as real as it gets, and this is what's fun about pro wrestling. It's that line that's blurred, and frankly, we are lucky as fans to be able to see this right now because this is rare. It's very rare that we get to see these blurring of reality lines. This is the kind of feud that we might have gotten if Punk and Kenny or Punk and the Bucks got into the mix. You know, it's well known. Rollins doesn't like Punk, and here we are. This is Punk just fucking strolling in and kicking his muddy feet up on the table. Rollins is gonna bitch, tell him to get his feet down, clean up his mess. Damn it. Punk doesn't look impressed. He sees it, though. He understands it. He's acknowledging it with his eyes. Rollins, yep, see? I understand. He's probably a little bit bored with it, a little annoyed. I don't think Punk really cares. He gets it. He understands. I'm sure he doesn't give a shit, though. He's here to make money, not friends, right? Fuck you. I want my spot at WrestleMania. I don't care if you like me. You want me here? I don't give a shit. But I understand where you're coming from, sir.
I've been here. Everybody
What's up, Samson?
Those are my brothers and sisters. Everybody here, everybody.
Can we just acknowledge Rollins' suit is fucking fantastic tonight, by the way? Very Joker-esque. Very Joker-esque, but I love it. Usually his stuff's a little bit too loud for me. I'm digging that shit. You know, it's just it's just perfect.
Watching at home, that is my family, and this is our home. And I will do everything within my power to protect it from people like you.
That's not the first time Punk's heard that in a promo, is it? Very reminiscent of the Hangman's words. I wonder if Rollins chose those words specifically to echo the Hangman, or if it's just coincidence based on Punk's demeanor backstage and who he is as a person and the kind of shit and emotions and just that he stirs up. Let's go ahead and continue. He's seething. Not Punk. Rollins is.
Let me make one thing perfectly clear. I don't want there to be any confusion. I know I'm a bit worked up. I want everybody to understand. I'm going to say it plainly with every fiber in my being. I hate you.
There it is, Rollins. He's got those Ron DeSantis boots on, by the way. Look at his boots when you get back into it. But Rollins fucking, there he says, I hate you. Now, like I said, that contradicts the clip that he, when he did an interview with Sports Illustrated. But even there, he said, I wouldn't use the word hate, but strong animosity. It very well could be hate. Again, I could just be a huge fucking mark, and they could be buddies, and they're all kicking back, shaking hands backstage, but I doubt it. I think Rollins is kind of spilling his guts right now and letting old Punker have it. A little piece of his mind here. And frankly, this is brilliant TV. This is magic in the making. This is a historic promo. I think that will kind of go down in history. I think this will be remembered for a long time, honestly. And this is the start of a really good feud that's going to lead to WrestleMania, clearly, because Punk is going to the Royal Rumble. So it's not going to be him versus Rollins at the Rumble, and they're sure as fuck not going to do it at Elimination Chamber in Australia, right? They're going to do it at WrestleMania. It's Punk versus Rollins. That's the match. We can see it right now. There's no other option for Seth Rollins. I mean, there is. You could book anybody against him. Anybody could win the Rumble, whatever. I'm not even saying Punk's going to win the Rumble. Maybe Cody wins the Rumble and Punk goes about it a different way. I don't fucking know how they get there, but clearly the story's starting to be told. And by process of elimination, if Punk's not going to be facing Rollins at the Rumble, and clearly it's not going to be the match for Elimination Chamber. If you think they're going to do Seth Rollins versus CM Punk with this kind of build that's starting now already for Elimination Chamber, you're drunk. You're drunk in stupidness. Continue.
But
Rollins seething, bro.
if you're going to be a part of WWE again, then I want you on Monday Night Raw.
A little bit of the work. Look at those DeSantis boots.
The truth always comes out. I know, you know, everybody else knows. This is your last chance.
That's a good line right there, because that's his last chance. I don't know, these fucking morons in the crowd don't seem to necessarily get it. The crowd on SmackDown totally missed it. They didn't even catch any of Punk's. Some of these towns, I don't know, they come out of the fucking hillbilly trailer parks, and they watch their wrestling, their WWE on the TV, and I don't think they really have a clue, what goes on in the real greater wrestling world, what Punk's kind of, what he's been up to in the last couple years. But my God, this is Punk's last chance. This is his last chance. This is so good. This is so fucking good. Rollins is he nailed it, and he's got that glimmer in his eye because what he's about to say rings so fucking true in real life that whether this is, I mean, it's clearly a storyline, but work or shoot, it rings. It's going to be a hit because it rings so true.
And so one of two things is going to happen. Either you're going to expose yourself, you're going to self-destruct like you always do, and I'll be the first person in the back to slam the door shut on your legacy.
Very likely. I said that on my podcast as well in one of the clips about Punk's return. Somewhere along the way is that just, everything's all nice and friendly right now, and everybody's like, oh yeah, he's changed. Look, everything's fine now. And they forget how he was all fucking PG Punk and nice guy Phil when he first came to AEW as well. And it took a few months, but once people started poking the bear and shit started kind of stirring him up a little bit and some bullshit started to go down that Punk wasn't going to stand for, Punk didn't stand for it, and here we are. So it only takes some guy to piss him off in the ring and him to have words with him backstage, get into a shoving match. It only takes him to disagree with booking and butt heads with creative. It only takes one guy in the back, some agent, to pull the fucking pull the agent card on him, you know what I mean? Or some like a road dog is not too fond of Punk, so if he kind of puts his foot down on Punk, like Monday Night Raw, for example, when Punk's time got cut last week, Triple H was not at Raw. He was off trying to sell Raw with Nick Khan somewhere to TV companies and shit in a different city. So who cut Punk's time and why? Just to be a dick? Probably. And that's why Punk came out all sassy about it on Friday night, saying, I got all the time in the world now. We'll continue.
Or if by some miracle you have changed.
This is beautiful.
And you've got any gas left in this old tank?
Like that suit.
Maybe one day you'll be lucky enough to stand across the ring from me in a World Heavyweight Championship match. And then I will expose you for the fraud that you are. I will show you that there are
I'm going to pause it right there just for the sake of YouTube. I think you got to pause every so many seconds or some shit like that. So we'll take a pause for the cause. And here we are.
I will show you that there are levels to this. I will wrestle circles around you, and I will let you understand in real time what it means to be the best in the world.
Okay, let's crack that one open because this added an extra layer to this whole thing that might go over some people's heads. Now, I'm not here to... Excuse me, I'm not here to cough into the microphone. I am not here to patronize anybody that knows exactly what I'm talking about. This is for the people that maybe didn't fully understand. On the surface, Rollins saying, yeah, I will out-wrestle you, and that could sound like a work. But he's shooting there, brother. There are levels to this shit, and I will wrestle circles around you and expose you. Because, we've all heard that Punk might have lost a step somewhere along the way, right? He's not as sharp as he used to be in the ring. Possibly injury prone. Wrestlers have the ability to... what's the best way to put this? Well, let's pop back over here for a second while Daddy teaches you. So, I apologize for that. So in professional wrestling, it's a work. You're working together. It's cooperative. You go through your match. Blah, 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 blah. We're going to do this. Going to do this. Bada bing, bada boom. 1, 2, 3. But at the same time, it can be very real in there. It can be very physical, and guys can push each other. They can challenge each other. And some wrestlers are very famous for doing this. Chris Benoit, top of the list, is a guy who would just famously push people to their limits in the ring. Some people, working with them's nice, easy cakewalk. Sheamus, another guy. He'll beat the fuck out of you in that ring. For real. Legit. Like, you're in for a long night with that guy. There's some guys that they got their working boots on, and Rollins has the ability to go out there, and what he's telling Punk right now is look, bro, if you think you're going to walk in here into my house, call it your house, call yourself home, and you're going to just walk right into a title match with me, I am going to show you how fucking not in my league you are and put you in your place by putting my working boots on and literally outworking you. Not just, I'm going to beat you in a wrestling match. Literally, I'm going to out-cardio you. I'm going to run you into the ropes a bunch of times. I'm going to fucking slam you, pick it up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, ropes, bing, bing, boom, boom, boom. I'm going to punch you in the face a little hard. You're going to punch me in the face back a little hard. That's fine. You know what I mean? Like, this is going to be a physical contest, a fight, a war. And you, as a wrestler, really have the ability to expose somebody who is not as good as you are by just simply outworking them in real time, which is exactly what Seth Rollins just said. I get you in the ring. I am going to make you look like a bitch. So I would expect if Punk does get the match against Rollins, he better bring his fucking A++ game. That's not to say that Rollins is the best worker in the world or a Chris Benoit caliber machine, but Punk is significantly older and more fragile. And if he thinks he's going to go out there and get a take it easy on me guy, kind of light-handed, we're working here, bro, kind of match with Seth Rollins, it's not going to happen. Rollins is going to go out there and challenge CM Punk to be his very, very best as a competitor. The competitive aspect of the worked sport, the shoot of the work. It's brilliant. It's beautiful. It's magical. I'll continue, and I apologize for people listening that know exactly what I'm talking about. Again, not trying to patronize you, just trying to break it down for the other folks. Punk's gonna cry a little bit, maybe, fighting off the tears. He's got that "you talking to me" look, the Robert De Niro, tongue in the cheek.
Are you done?
I wonder how pissed Punk is legit and how much of it is just, yeah, I had that coming. Because, I mean, he would cut the same promo on himself. That was brilliant work by Rollins.
That's your one pass, to stand here and speak to me disrespectfully without me coming after you.
Yeah, I don't know about that. I mean, Punk looks pretty goddamn serious. I mean, that's the magic, right? We're blurring lines here. What's real? What's not real? We all know that people don't just get to sit. Punk does not suffer fools. Punk's not going to let people sit and talk shit to his face, even if it's in the ring directly. Look, Hangman did it that one time, and look what happened. You know, he got his receipt somewhere along the way. Punk is not a guy to fuck with. This is gonna be such a fun feud building up. I hope Punk doesn't get hurt.
I have never asked for anything to be handed to me, and I've always done things stubbornly the hard way, and I'm here to do that. Adam Pearce, where you at? We're making things official. We might as well make it official. CM Punk is entering the Royal Rumble. And when CM Punk wins, maybe, Seth, it's you he's coming after.
There you have it. Punk is declared for the Royal Rumble. And look, that is the story, is it not? What other story is going to be more compelling for WrestleMania than Rollins versus Punk? Let Cody finish his story against Roman. Let Punk finish his story against Rollins. I don't know that Punk beats Rollins, but let him get the main event. Let him have it. It'll certainly stir shit up in the locker room, right? Like, who is this guy who's bashed our company for 10 years after walking out on us, tried to bury us all, walks right in and gets the WrestleMania main event over everybody? A world title shot over everybody? Yeah, well, he's also going to draw the most attention and the most money right now. That's the hot storyline. Right? Next year, the year after, he'll move down the card or mid-card, or not mid-card, but you know what I mean? He'll start doing the feuds and stuff. But that's the hot angle right now. And the hot angle is less about the championship than it is about Seth Rollins. Rollins could lose the title between now and Mania, but I don't think he will. I think this is that match. This is the world title match for WrestleMania, is CM Punk challenging Seth Rollins. I'm calling it now. But it's because of the story between Punk and Rollins. It's not that Punk is getting a world title spot, right? Like, if Bobby Lashley was the world champion, Punk wouldn't be walking in feuding with Bobby Lashley. He would be walking in to feud with Seth Rollins. It just so happens that Seth Rollins is the WWE World's Heavyweight Champion, and thus will most likely main event WrestleMania Night 1. Obviously, Roman's going to get the main event of Night 2. They could do a thing if they want to be like, politically correct and stuff and diversity and all of that, and they want to have like a women's match main event Night 1. But right now, there is no more compelling storyline in professional wrestling than CM Punk and Seth Rollins. I love how they're doing it. I love how they're playing it up. I love Punk's interaction with Kevin Owens backstage and Cody Rhodes. They're playing Punk up to be exactly what he is. A loose cannon, a wild card, a fucking monkey wrench in the system. Everything was going fine until fucking CM Punk came in. And though that's dramatic and stirs a bunch of shit up with everybody on multiple levels for multiple reasons, people getting booted out of their spots and people this and that and the other thing, drama, prior beefs, all of that. But it makes the television compelling because everything was fine, and then you tear it all up. Now what? That makes great storytelling. That is what you do in storytelling, because that's how storytelling continues. You know what I mean? Like, let's tear Thor's eye out in this movie. Why? I don't fucking know. Let them figure out what to do with it in the next movie. Either he's got an eye patch or he finds a new eye and he sticks it in. Doesn't matter, because in this movie he loses his eye patch. They do that stuff. His eyeball, not his eye patch. You get the point. You constantly progress the characters, and as you do so, the story gets more interesting. This is a compelling story. I'm going to wrap it up there because I've kept you long enough, but that was just one hell of a promo, and I felt strongly compelled to come here and kind of give my 2 cents on it, as I am entitled to do by the internet gods by going to the store and buying this here microphone. So thank you for entertaining my opinions on this. Peace, love, and pizza. Have a wonderful night. Hit that subscribe if you liked it. I am your boy, Seth Grimes, and we will catch you in the next video.